Welcome to my neighborhood. I'm Pat Sloan, and this is my Fireside Chat. So we're after the 4th of July. Are you still wearing some of your 4th of July decorations? I had this on the other day, and some other beads, and the little flags, and really nice barbecue with my family. So watch some fireworks. You can probably see them from anywhere you go in this central area of Virginia, because there are fireworks all over the place. So just stand out in a parking lot practically and anywhere, and you can see fireworks. So I have some fun things today for the Fireside Chat. We're going to look at my Featherweight. I have some of the blocks that we've been doing and what's coming up. So that is super cool. I just want to show you this Featherweight. It is so cool. So I made myself some notes, so I might have to look at them because I don't want to forget to tell you something. But first, in my quest for 52 snacks, I should be documenting this. You know, I'm a documenter and a storyteller at heart. I mean, the first thing I think is I need to document this. I need to write it down so that I know all the snacks that I shared. And I haven't done that, but I could do that, right? I could start today. So because the main street this week was the ice cream parlor, so let's start there, which has to do with the snack of the day, or the snack of the Fireside Chat, something like that. Snacking by the Fireside Chat, which makes me think I need to have popcorn one time, right? Like campfire popcorn, that you like, the old Jiffy Pop kind. Yeah, do you like those? Does anybody make those anymore? I guess when you go to camp, maybe you make those. So I'm rambling. So our Fireside Chat, our main street sew along, there we go. Get it right, Pat. Was the ice cream parlor, and here it is with the country store. Now the other day they had the fat quarter bundles in for this again. So if you have an interest in getting a fat quarter bundle, I will link it down here. So and it was on 20% off. So I don't know if it still is, but I will link it to you. So at least it had the bundle, and you didn't have to, go and add each yardage in yourself, which is, I know, a pain when you just want to get a bundle. So there is I loved putting the plaid in here. That was, I tested a couple of different things. I ended up, you could see the whole block, all the blocks together. I ended up with a lot more red in this one, which is good. I like that part. And then with the cheeky fabric, let me get the roses going the right way. Here's the cheeky fabric, and that there's still fat quarter bundles if you want to sew with this. I just feel like it's sewing with cotton candy. It is just so yummy, these fabrics. I just love them. And I got another plaid, put a plaid in this one. It just seemed to work. I wanted to put the green, but I didn't want a heavy green, so I didn't want it to read real solid, so the plaid worked out nice because it's a real open, light plaid. So the ice cream parlor, I told you the story about the Dame Blanche, which are, they're not like regular American ice cream sundaes. If you read my pattern, if you didn't, download it and read my little story. But the Dame Blanche is where they made them sort of like, think of like a little miniature, banana boat thing, So they had like 3 scoops, but in Europe, the scoops were not like giant American size. They were small. And then a little bit of drizzle of chocolate. And that's the kind that my brother and I would get when we lived in Belgium. And that was just such a treat. My dad would give us a little money, and we'd go walk into town. Because it was close enough. We lived near the downtown in the suburbs of Brussels. And that's what we would get. But I have another ice cream story I thought I'd share with you, because when we lived in the U.S., before we went overseas, my parents were building a house, and we called it the White House because it was white and we were little kids. So it was the White House we were building, and we would go visit it. And in the summer, on the way to it, there was a freestanding ice cream place, and I would sit in the back because my dad has a huge sweet tooth. My mom's not too shabby either, but my dad has a huge sweet tooth, and so we would be in the back seat, and I'd be thinking, please stop and get ice cream, So we didn't do it every time because you don't want to make a big habit of that, right? So every so often we would get to stop, and here I am, I'm this little kid, and I would get raspberry sherbet. And I still love raspberry sherbet a lot. That's really, I have a lot of favorites. But I want to show you for my snack today, my 52 snacks for the fireside, is I had to go get ice cream. Unfortunately, I can't eat regular ice cream anymore. I have to have dairy-free, which means a lot of times I just don't bother because most places don't have sorbet that I can get, or the sherbet, whichever one. I think it's sorbet, I forget. I think that's the one that's all fruit. There's no cream in it. But there's new dairy, a lot of new dairy-frees. So I am trying this one, the Halo. My grocery store puts out a little magazine, and they actually had like a review of 5 different dairy-free ice creams. So I thought I should probably try all 5, right? Yeah. So this is the first one. This is caramel macchiato, and it's not bad. It's not a bad taste. I mean, it tastes pretty good. It's with coconut milk, so it doesn't taste like coconuts, but that's the base of it that they're made with. So that's pretty good. But you know, I just don't eat as much ice cream anymore. But I do have very fond memories of ice cream, of going in the summer for soft serve. Just, you know, when I was dating Greg, the shipping department, yeah, that's what we would do. It was good. I forget the name of that soft serve place, but it was good. Okay, so you saw the blocks there, and I'm going to put them down here for a minute. I just got in, since the trade show was late May, and then my quilts at the trade show all had to go to another event, and then they all had to get boxed up and sent back to the warehouse at Benartex, and then I had to ask for them to be sent to me. So they're finally here. Then I have to ship some of them out to be photographed by another group, and then I have to do my own photos, and then I have to ship some back to Benartex again so that they can take them to another dealer event, and I can take some with me to the Baby Lock dealer event, and both of those are in August. So I have a lot of quilt manipulating to do, and I'll be taking pictures and stuff over the next few weeks before I have to ship them out. But I wanted to get some of the smaller pieces today, a couple of them to show you. So these are both from my Celebrate the Seasons book. Got to get my rolling assistant here, my trusty rolling assistant. So here is the Celebrate the Seasons book, and both these quilts are from in there. I'll show you the smaller one first. This is the fall, the pumpkin table runner, and this is my Bonnie Lane fabric. That's what I'm talking about. I may have not mentioned the Bonnie Lane fabric. So I'm going to take this off so it doesn't jiggle on the mic, because if it's been jiggling on the mic, I apologize. So there's my Bonnie Lane done in the fall pumpkin. I just had so much fun doing that one. Then I have, let's just stick these 2 down here. Then there's a table runner for fall that you could do in any colors. And so, ta-da! There we go. I did it with the blue and the yellow in the middle. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. So excited to have this and see it again, because I was making everything up right before we left, and I had some of it sent there from being long-armed, and so then I didn't get to see it afterwards. So it's really neat to get the box back and go through it, and I'm excited to take some pictures. We actually have a little gazebo in our subdivision that's on some common ground down by a little creek, and so I think I'm going to wait for a day that's not too humid, because I don't want all the bugs, and make the shipping department come with me, and we'll go down and take some photos at this little gazebo. I've wanted to do that forever, so I think Bonnie Lane quilts are the ones. They're the ones I'm going to do that with. So speaking of the Bonnie Lane fabric, we had the Fat Corner Shop is running a little sew along, Christmas in July. I love Christmas in July. It just is so much fun to me to do a small holiday piece, have it ready. And so it's 4 blocks, and let me show you the first one, which is already released, and it's called the Poinsettia, and I'm doing mine in like a winter version. Here, I'll hold it up close. So this is the Bonnie Lane fabric. I'm using the blue with a little bit of yellow. There might be a little bit of gray in there, and I will be making the small version because that's all I have time for right now. But these blocks are so nice. If you wanted a bigger quilt, you could either use one of the blocks and repeat, or there's going to be 4 blocks. You could just repeat the 4 blocks until you get the size quilt that you want. But I just think it's so much fun. Bonnie Lane is arriving in stores. Not all the pre-cuts are in though, like layer cakes and charm packs and that stuff. That's not there yet, and I'm sure it'll be coming soon. But there's fat quarter bundles and yardage. So if you want to pick some up now, please, so they know that you like me. It's all about it. Need to know. So the Merry, what do I call it? Merry Mini, the Christmas So Long. I think it's called Merry Mini. Oh, can't take that off. Oh my gosh, I almost took it off and showed you the block. This is the next block. It comes out on Tuesday. So this is Monday, so it means it comes out tomorrow. And I'm purposely putting this binder clip on here so that I don't open it up and show you. And there I was, like, taking it off to start opening it up. It's like, duh. I don't want to get confused here and show you stuff I shouldn't show you yet. So this is for Tuesday. And they're fun blocks. It's nice to know that you're just going to have 4 and a cute little border on the 5th Tuesday of July. Christmas in July. All right, I'm going to talk about the Witch's Night Out later, but first I want to talk about the Featherweight that I got. And I know a lot of you saw my post on Facebook about it or on Instagram, and so I am super excited. I'm just so thankful to have this. Let me show it to you. Let me just pull it over a little bit here and angle that down a little bit. Yeah, so we could both be in the picture at the same time. This Featherweight is, oh, I forgot to bring the little note over. I had a note for when it was made. I think it was 1969. I looked up the code because I asked out there, what do I do? And all of you were so fabulous. You told me different websites. You told me where to go to find out about it. And so I did that. So let me tell you the history of it. My mother-in-law Madge is a fabulous person. I just love her, and she learned to quilt after I did because I made her. She was like, oh, I'm gonna learn to quilt when I retire, and I'm like, no, you're not. If you've always wanted to learn. I learned, and I'm working. You don't have any kids at home, so you have no excuse. You can go learn. So she did. She went and she actually took her beginning quilting classes from Karen K. Buckley. So if you are familiar with who Karen K. is, she before she was sort of out on the national market, international market, doing her award-winning quilts, she had owned a quilt shop. Then she closed her quilt shop and she moved to the area by my mother-in-law, and she just started teaching locally in the local shop. And Madge took her beginning quilting class with her. But over the years, Madge just had all kinds of regular machines, but she finally decided that she might look for a Featherweight. So this is not a family piece at all. Now, she had an antiquing buddy, and he was always on the lookout. So she told him, if you find one, bring it, and I'll probably buy it from you. So if you don't find somebody, get it, and then I'll probably buy it. So this is what he finally found her, and I want to go ahead and give you some close-up so that you can see, get all this stuff out of here, get my little close-up button. Let's see, I'll bring this down. I think it's in pretty good shape. The decals seem to be really nice, so I'm going to go in pretty close here for a minute. There, like if I'm looking at I'll try not to tip it too much. So the decal here in the middle, like where your hand is all the time, this is facing you, not me, so I'm on the back side. But it is pretty clean. Now she has some sticky stuff here. Can you see it? She had tape for her guide. So that has to come off. The shipping department is going to do that. The decals all along here, there's a little bit of wear, like right here where you're going to be all the time, but most of the decals are really, really nice. The paint doesn't really, oh, you can't see the top here. Let me move it up. There doesn't seem to be a lot of nicks or any nicks. It looks really clean, very nice all the way around. And the inside here, this is, if you've never seen a Featherweight, let me back it out a little bit. If you've never seen a featherweight sort of and examined its parts, this is how it goes to go in its box, which I also have over here. So I'm going to show you the box in a minute. But the machine itself just looks great. I think that it's quite a beauty, and a lot of people who saw just the photos I took in a little video said that it looked really in good shape. Oh, let me show you the end. So it has a really pretty scroll work. There you can see it. So there's different ends on them, and this has to do with the time frame that they're made. So that is a little bit about her, and I want to show you the case. So I'm going to pull out here, and we'll pull the case over. Let me just switch this, because the case, the machine, well, let me first show you the case. Let me just show you. So here it is. Madge had a sticker on the top, which is I peeled it off. So Greg will clean that up. He's going to clean all that up. But what's interesting, I've seen a lot of featherweights. My friends have them, and I teach a lot, and people bring them to class. So I've seen a lot of featherweights, and every time I go, like to a show or something, if there's a dealer with featherweights and I have friends who fix them, I would just go and look at them because it'd be fun. Oh, here's the note. I put it in here. That's smart of me, right? So this one was made on September 16th, 1946. So it's older. I got the numbers switched around. 1946. It's a 221 if you're all into all that. And it said on the website that there were 20,000 made that day. I mean, can you imagine making 20,000 of these gorgeous little machines in a day? So this one has the tray. Whoops. It has the tray, and it's got a musty smell, but not horrible. And I actually think it used to be better, and that over time, because Madge hasn't been using it, that it has gotten more musty from being, sort of closed up. It has this darling little box of all kinds of feet and a little book. These are the original stuff, and a darning attachment. She's got an extra bulb and lights, and I just didn't know that there's like a screwdriver and there's some other packet stuff in there, but I didn't know that they had these sort of, let me just get a little closer. See this, the bobbins are sort of locked on here, like a little bobbin holders. That's kind of neat. I'm not sure what is in this thing. I haven't even looked much at it. Oh, that's the oil. And then she has another little oil thing. And Greg's said he's got new oil. He's got to clean it up and do all that stuff. He's real mechanical, so he's going to use all of that. But what I did is, a lot of you, let me pull this back a minute so we can chat. And let me put this back in the box so I can pull the machine and we can look at the machine together. I just can't believe it. She can't carry it anymore, and her church does sewing. Whoops. Her church does sewing on the second floor, and so she can't carry the machine up the stairs anymore. And so that's why she gave it to us, so that we would have it, because she just isn't using it. And she's got a beautiful Bernina that she uses at home, so when she goes out with her friends once a week in her sewing group, there she just knits now, because she said, she's 85, I think my mother-in-law is. So she's always sewn. She's a beautiful seamstress, just a gorgeous seamstress. But now she does simpler things. That's more fun for her. She said she's tired of doing that fancy clothing and all that. She gave that up a little while ago. So a lot of you told me to go out to the Featherweight shop, which is, by the way, a fabulous, fabulous store for anybody with featherweights. They have everything, absolutely everything you need or want to know. And a lot of people suggested some of the things I should look at to replace or get from them. So I thought I'd show you what I got. The machine itself, the metal smelled a little musty and stinky. So I was like, how can metal smell? Well, apparently when I lift this up, underneath you take this part off, there is a felt pad, and that over time will get icky and moldy and everything else. So I ordered a new felt pad. So now we'll have a brand new one and we can trash what's in there. And then we found, let's see, what else? Then we found that there was another little felt pad. So I got a new one of those. So I got this other little felt pad that's on the bottom, like a little oil catcher pad. And then I got new feet because I saw, oh, they can get new feet, because I thought these are probably 1946. These feet are pretty, they're hard, and some of the, you know, like, it just needs new feet, I think. So we got new feet. And then what else? I decided that I would get their deodorizer. They have, look how cute this is. They wrap it with Rick Rack. So I decided to get their deodorizer, which are going to spray into the box so that it won't smell anymore. And they pretty much said that will take care of it. That will eliminate it. Their website is amazing. They have so much great information. Okay, so then I also got in here, I decided, you know, she had that sticky tape on there because she needed a 1/4 inch. So I thought, I'm not putting tape on this pretty machine. So I decided I would order the 1/4 inch foot versus a guide. So they had 1/4 inch feet, but they also had a guide where let me see, right here, there's 2 holes and there's a plastic guide that you can put there, which also protects your decal. So I thought long and hard. I thought, which do I want? And I decided I'd go with the foot first. And if I can get it open, I can feel that mustiness even causing me to have a little in my throat. All right, come on, get out of the bag. All right, so here is the 1/4 inch foot for the Featherweight, and I will enjoy that. Plus, I decided, I think the spools bounce around a bit up here, so I just went ahead and ordered a little crocheted doily, basically, that can go up here like this. See, let me just show you. See it there? And that way the spool sits on this and it doesn't sort of bounce around. And I thought, well, I've seen that when people are in class, they always have this, something there, either fabric or doily, or there's some other cute things they can buy. So I decided I'm just going to get that too, just do this order and then see how it goes. We didn't get a new belt. Greg said the belt is probably going to need replaced, but let's go ahead and do everything else and see how long it lasts, because I'll probably want something else maybe to get for it. So we'll get a belt on the next order. So that is a little further. Oh, so for those of you, so first, tell me if you have a Featherweight, and do you name her, him, it? Do you have a name? Like I name things occasionally, but I'm actually not that good at naming things. I will name them and then I will forget what I named them, because I don't actually call items, you know, like I used to have a name for a little tiny laptop that we had, and I have a name for one of the cars, but not the other car. So it's weird, right? But there are, like, if you have a name, tell me in the comments. If you're a big machine too, for your regular machine, whatever you name, if you name your machine, tell me, because I think that would be kind of interesting to know how many people name their machines. Okay. I have some things that came in that were Christmassy, so I wanted to show you the Christmassy stuff that I have. Christmas fabric, Christmas in July, so we're celebrating Christmas in July, and I thought I'd just show a couple. This one is from Bonnie. This is from Bunny Hill. It's a bee. I knew it was a bee. So this is from Bunny Hill, and she's got the great white, red, and then this really neat light green, and then one darker green, and then grays, and then a little brown. So brown and pink, which I think is really kind of a neat combo. So let me quickly just show you what's a couple of the pieces from in here, because I always think it's fun to look at them. Gotta push that Featherweight stuff out of the way. So, whoop, I know this is like hard to unbundle everything. It's like, oh, but she has darling, darling graphics. I love Ann Sutton's drawings. And then she has these really nice, you know, companion prints, and there's like a skate with Christmassy stuff, little trees, and then all of these prints. There's a snowman on a star. They're all really small scale, and I love the stripe. The stripe is really cool. But the small scale is really a nice factor on here. And then she added a little pink into some of them. And then this green is neat because it's not expected. It's kind of a 30s green. You know, that's what I think is nice about it. And here's a little flower with a star on it. Oh. And then there's the one darker green for people who are like, oh, I need a dark green. And then the lights have sort of, it almost looks silver, this print. And then the grays and pinks. I like pink and brown. I think it adds a really neat touch for Christmas. Has something a little different. So that is Bunny Hill. And then I have to show you this other one I got, which is so fun. I'm not really sure what I am going to do, but it came in 2 parts. And this is from, oh goodness, where is the tag? Oh, okay, so it's from Allison Glass, and I did not keep the tag to know what it's called. I will link you to it. But Allison Glass's fabric is much brighter. She does a lot brighter fabric. So I thought I'd just show you a couple. So she's got like this nice, I really like this green. I think this is a really, really great Christmas green. So, and it has holly and, you know, just little images, like the, you know, florally kind of things. So there, but there's in a fuchsia. And then this is really vibrant. It's got a purple and fuchsia, and then onto the print, which has trees and birds and mittens and ornaments, and there's a candy cane. I think there's a reindeer, it's a gingerbread house, there's angels. So I'll hold that up a little bit. Then the stripe took what was here on the green, those images, and brought them down here. So let me get, so there you can see the stripe. This would be so cool for a border. This is not your traditional kind of Christmas fabric. Okay, now I'm upside down. This image is upside down. So let me flip it around quick. There you go. Alrighty. So there you can see the print more easily that has all the items on it. And that, I like that. That would be a great border, a great backing. And then some turquoise, which for Christmas, a lot of people are doing red and turquoise. There's hot pink. This is neat with the little stars and stuff in this stripe. And it comes in another color. And then this crazy little sort of cross-stitch looking fabric, which I personally like. And it comes in another color too. So I'm going to show you the other color, which is a little easier to see the images. So let's put that one down there. And it has a lot of colors, which is nice because you can get just the parts that you want. So there's the aqua again. I like aqua and red. Aqua and red for Christmas I think is really great. And here's some of the images, but less bulky. Here you can see the cross stitch again with it more. There's a key and a little gingerbread house. There's bees on it and a reindeer. So I don't know, the bees to me, I like them for Christmas, but you know, that's just maybe me because I like really funky stuff. Some gold, because of course you got to add some gold in there. I'll just go through these. These are the same prints, but they're just the different colors. And there's pink, 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 pink. I like pink for Christmas. And super pale, some super pale pieces, which are really nice for that cross stitch again. So this is Allison Glass, and does it say on here what the... No, it just says Allison Glass. I don't have the actual fabric line name. And then the last one I'll show you is, wait, I gotta get this. I gotta get the charm pack. Hold on, it's got stuck underneath. Here we go. Let's open this up and see what's in here. Get the charm pack out. They wrap them all up nice for us. So this one is called Merry and Bright, and it has, just slide. Yeah, I know. It's like does it give you do you get like the hives, having to get the charm pack? You're going to undo it and look at it. Ah, never be the same again. So this has the most darling, darling Santa. I don't know. That's just super cute. Super cute. And reindeer, some packages, words. So I'll just show you some. And then it comes in the green, that lighter green, very similar to Bunny Hills, but a little bit darker. A lot of ornaments there on that piece. There's Santa again on the lights, the reindeers. Oh, there's cars with Christmas trees. Look at pink cars, snowflakes, and then there's a pink colorway. And is there one more? Yeah, there's red. And then there's a red colorway. So I just wanted to show you this one because if you are doing a Christmas project this July, I wanted to show you some options that are out there that you might not have thought about or seen yet. I really like this line. And of course it's called Merry and Bright, which last year we were doing my sew along with that same name. So did they know? They probably had this design when I was doing that one. Everything has to be done so far in advance. It was probably done a long, long time ago. So I want to be sure I didn't miss anything. I can see one thing I have over there. So let me okay, good. Good. We have just enough time. This is Monday on the 11th, which is what, Thursday? Yeah, on Thursday, the Witches Night Out starts. And so you want to be sure you have your book, and I want to tell you how this is going to flow. I don't have the page up yet. I might by the time, well, I will have the page up by the 11th, but I need a project page where I show you each block and tell you what day it's going to come out. But this is going to go weekly. So the reason why is I want you to be able to finish it and use it this fall. And so, you know, if you don't do it weekly, it's not going to get done. And it's not what size is this? It's 57 by 64, but it's a lot of pumpkins and a couple other things. So I was looking through the book to see how it was set up. And I thought, well, I have to do pumpkins and then some pumpkins and then a figure in the black, and then pumpkins and then the cat, you know, pumpkins and then the bat, pumpkins and then the kettle. I have to do it like that, otherwise the book is written so all the black ones are at the end and all the orange ones are first, and that would be boring. That would bore me. So we'll mix it up, and I'll tell you which pumpkins to sew and which other figure. But I wanted to show you the block. So all my blocks are made with the fabric from this because I got it in advance. They were able to send it to me. So there we go. Here is the kitty on the broom, which I am dying. I love this. Several of these blocks I'm going to make up in the starter pack that I showed you, because you can get some of this fabric, but not a kit anymore. The kits are sold out. But we had the starter bundle that was this, and so I'm going to make a few of the blocks up in the starter bundle, so you'll see them, and then I'll probably do like a smaller wall hanging, lay them out. There's also just a table runner for those of you who want to sew along but don't want to do the whole quilt. You just want to do pumpkins. There is the table runner, which is super cute. So you could do that. All right, let's do the giveaway. Let's be sure we don't run out of time. I have to reach way over here. I like spread out when I'm doing these things. Okay, so last week, our thought, the question rather, what am I saying? The question last week was, what other hobbies do you have? What do you like to do? What, you know, besides quilt? You know, do you knit? Do you read? You know, do you run? Are you a runner? Do you is your hobby going out to do charity work or watch TV, or, you know, what is it? What do you like to do? So it was fun. It was so fun. There was really some interesting things that you do, that you have fun doing. And our winner is, I have two winners, because I had a thread winner and a fabric winner. Ta-da! So the thread winner, oh, I didn't put her first name. Oh goodness. Sun 7 Designs. But I didn't put it on my little paper here. I have it on the computer, but when I printed the paper, I didn't print her name. But she said, oh, here it is. No, it's Valerie. There, I got it. Valerie. Her other hobbies are reading, knitting, and working on home decor projects, mostly for my family, as my house is too small now and they've downsized. So she loves creating and loves a challenge. So Valerie, that is, you are getting thread. It'll be sent from Orifil. And then Karen Morton said, I love to read and really relax. So right now I'm trying to work my way through all the Agatha Christie novels that she missed when she was younger. I loved Agatha Christie. So I'm going to be sending her a bundle of my Bonnie Lane. Yay! This week, my giveaway is, because it's the first Christmas in July sort of fireside chat, my really wonderful my wonderful friend. Let me show you her picture. Nancy Scott. Here's Nancy Scott. So Nancy has this beautiful Christmas book, and the projects are so darling. And my favorite, I have to show you my favorite, is the wall of presents, the tree of presents. Isn't that cute? And you know, you could do this bed size one. Plus, I'll throw in a Bonnie Lane fat quarter, Bonnie Lane charm package that I cut up for you. And the question is, I want to know what quilting habit or any kind of habit you want to break. What kind of habit do you have that you're like, I just don't want to do that anymore? So I'll be next time telling you what my habit is that I had to break. I had 2 of them and I broke them both, but they're sewing habits. So tell me what kind of habit you want to break. Leave that over at my website where I can get your email. That's, you know, how I have to find you, is by the email. And I am so excited, so excited for the week to start. Happy you're here. Remember that we have UFO Friday, and so I hope you have something out. I'll be working on mine. And if you've not subscribed, do that below so that you always know when I put a new video. And I will see you at Facebook at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. I'll see you at Instagram at Quilter Pat Sloan, and chat with you online all week long. See you later.